My name is Andy Lincoln-Hoker. I'm out of Massachusetts. We're here at the 2022 World Championships for the NRCTPA. I've been pulling RC since the late 80s. And before that, I was garden tractor pulling with my father. I started getting to the national level back in the early 2000s. I've been coming out here. So what we have behind me is a 1/3 scale mini modified pulling tractor, modeled after the full-size mini mods that you see on the NTPA Grand National Circuit. A good buddy of mine out of Massachusetts was running one for many years. So we took all the measurements, scaled it down to 1/3 scale, and that's what you see here. It's 4 cylinders of fun. It's one of a kind. So the engine, the lower end of the engine came from Germany. They designed it for large-scale boats. So it's actually water-cooled, was designed to be water-cooled. But then we built it around that with the Zenoa heads. So it's 122 cc. First time running this weekend, so it's been really fun. So the first pull had 90 pounds in it, and then later yesterday we had 120 pounds actually in there, and another full pull on 120. So I'm a superintendent of a vocational school, so I designed the tractor, and working with our machine shop and our collision repair shop, the students did all the machining and all the welding, and with it staying together this weekend, the goal is going to be that the collision repair department is going to paint it over the winter. So it's been a wonderful experience for the kids over the last several years. COVID got in the way, but here we are. NRCTPA has been having the World Championships since, I want to say, the early 90s. This must be, I forget how many years they've been coming out here. So the people come from all over the East Coast, basically. So Massachusetts, Canada, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Virginia, West Virginia, Indiana, Missouri, so all over the place. And it's basically, this event is 1/10 scale of the full-size pulls you see at a fair all over the country. So whatever you see at a big fair, you see here this weekend. And we have about 520 entries this weekend. So it's one of the records that we've had recently as far as people showing up and entering a lot of vehicles. So it's an unbelievable experience. It's held inside a hotel. So despite the weather outside, we can have a lot of fun inside. So what we have is basically modeled ourselves after the full-size pulls. If they have something in a big coliseum, they have a smoke evacuation system, we have the same thing. So in essence, it's a glorified dryer hose that hooks up to our exhaust, and there's a pump, and it pumps it through some ductwork and gets it outside. So nobody's getting headaches or whatnot inside. So great setup. So you can find the NRCTPA online. I know we have a Facebook presence, we have a website. We sort of host it, not host, but we publish the national rules. So if you're looking to get involved, chances are there's a local club somewhere in the area, especially if you're in the Midwest. Ohio, Kentucky, there's a lot of activity in that area. But even if you're not in the Midwest, look us up online, and reach out. We're all wonderful people. We want to help. And by helping, we get more people involved. So that's the end game. I think a lot of us, either we started pulling on the full-size pulls, and just the money's ridiculous when you get to that big. The money gets a little ridiculous here. I probably have close to $5,000, $6,000 in this particular tractor, so it does add up. But the friendships and the bonds that you have with the guys here, you can't find that anywhere else. So even though we compete on the track, you get back in the pits and we're all best friends, and you don't see that in too many venues and too many activities. So it's definitely worth coming back and getting more involved and meeting a lot of great people.